Hello again, the cops. Liverpool's transfer plans are already heating up, and this time the focus is firmly on the heart of the defense. Despite spending big in the summer, the Reds now find themselves in a worrying situation with only two fully fit senior center backs available. As the season enters a demanding phase, injuries and fatigue are exposing the lack of depth at the back, and that is why January reinforcements are being seriously discussed behind the scenes. While much of the recent talk has been about attacking options and possible moves for wide forwards, the defense is quietly becoming the priority. Reports suggest Liverpool would ideally prefer to wait until the summer to land a marquee name like Marc Guéhi, but football rarely allows clubs the luxury of patience. With matches coming thick and fast, Liverpool may be forced to act sooner rather than later. Three center-backs have now been strongly linked with the Reds, and interestingly, one of them is already very familiar with Marc Guéhi. Crystal Palace's Maxence Lacroix, Club Brugge's Joel Odornez, and Brentford's Nathan Collins are all being closely monitored, and this is not the first time their names have appeared on Liverpool's radar. Starting with Maxence Lacroix, the 25-year-old French defender has quietly built a solid reputation in the Premier League. Since joining Crystal Palace from Wolfsburg in 2024 for around £18 million, Lacroix has become a regular starter and has formed a strong partnership with Marc Guéhi. The pair have played together more than 60 times, showing good understanding, balance, and composure under pressure. Liverpool actually discussed Lacroix in the past, particularly after Joel Matip suffered a serious ACL injury, but Palace moved quickly and secured his signature. Lacroix is right-sided, quick across the ground, and comfortable playing out from the back, all qualities that suit Liverpool's style of football. Then there is Joel Odornez, one of the most exciting young defenders in Europe right now. The Club Brugge center-back has been turning heads with his mature performances despite his young age. Odornez is already a key player for Brugge and has shown he can handle pressure in domestic and European competitions. One major advantage is his versatility. Not only can he play at center-back, but he is also comfortable filling in at right-back when needed. Liverpool have struggled for defensive flexibility at times this season, and a player like Odornez could solve multiple problems at once. He was linked with the Reds last summer, and those links have not gone away. Finally, there is Nathan Collins, a name that will be familiar to many Premier League fans. The 24-year-old has played all his football in England, starting at Stoke City before moving on to Burnley, Wolves, and now Brentford. Collins brings physical presence, standing at 6 feet 4 inches, and is naturally dominant in the air. This makes him a serious weapon at both ends of the pitch, especially during set pieces. Another big plus is that Collins qualifies as a homegrown player, which is always valuable under Premier League squad rules. Liverpool were linked with him during the summer, and his consistency at Brentford has only strengthened his case. What is clear is that Liverpool's scouts have been tracking all three defenders for a long time. None of these links feel random. Each player offers something different, whether it is Premier League experience, tactical versatility, or long-term potential. While the club may still dream of a big summer move for Guéhi, the reality of the current injury situation could push them into action in January. As the transfer window approaches, expect more names to surface and more rumors to fly. Liverpool know they cannot afford to gamble with such a thin defensive line if they want to stay competitive on all fronts. One thing is certain, the coming weeks could be crucial in shaping the rest of the season. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you won't miss anything. Hello again, the cops. Liverpool's name has once again been thrown into the center of the transfer storm, and this time it involves one of the most highly rated midfielders in world football. Reports coming out of Spain suggest that Liverpool made a bold move by submitting a €70 million offer for Real Madrid star Eduardo Camavinga. On paper, that is a massive bid for a 23-year-old midfielder. But what followed shows just how highly Real Madrid value the French international. According to the report, Real Madrid did not hesitate. There were no long meetings, no back-and-forth discussions, and no attempts to raise the price. The answer was immediate and very clear. Camavinga is not for sale. Liverpool's offer was rejected straight away, and the message from Madrid could not have been stronger. This decision comes at a time when the transfer market is completely inflated. Clubs are paying huge sums for young players, especially those who are already performing at the highest level. 70 million euros is a fee that would tempt many teams across Europe. But Real Madrid are not just any club. Their approach to transfers is guided by long-term planning rather than short-term profit, and Camavinga sits right at the heart of that plan. Still very young, Camavinga has already become a key figure at the Santiago Bernabéu. Despite his age, he plays with confidence, intelligence, and maturity that many older players struggle to reach. One of his biggest strengths is his versatility. He can dominate games from midfield, break up play, drive forward with the ball, and when needed, he can even slot in at left back without a drop in performance. That kind of flexibility is priceless for a manager. Inside Real Madrid, Camavinga is seen as more than just a squad player. He is viewed as one of the pillars of the team's future, someone who can help define the next era of success. Club president Florentino Perez has always been clear about his policy. Players who are considered core to the club's long-term vision are simply not sold. Camavinga fits perfectly into that category. From Madrid's point of view, accepting Liverpool's offer would send the wrong message. It would suggest that even the club's future stars can be sold for the right price. That is something Real Madrid want to avoid at all costs. They believe selling Camavinga would weaken the sporting project and disturb the balance inside the dressing room. There is also no financial pressure pushing them toward a sale. Real Madrid are stable, strong, and focused on building dominance, not cashing in. In fact, those within the club believe Camavinga's best years are still ahead of him. Season after season, he continues to grow, improve, and take on more responsibility. The expectation is not that his value will drop, but that his influence and importance will rise as the team evolves around him. For Liverpool, this interest is not a surprise. The Reds have followed Camavinga's development for years and see him as a perfect fit for their midfield. His energy, tactical intelligence, and ability to play multiple roles match exactly what Liverpool value in a modern midfielder. A 70 million euro bid shows just how serious their admiration is. However, Real Madrid have made it clear that admiration alone is not enough. Camavinga's contract situation, combined with his importance to the squad, leaves no room for negotiation. As far as Madrid are concerned, the door is firmly shut. So where does this leave Liverpool? It shows ambition, intent, and a willingness to compete for the very best players in the world. But it also highlights the reality of dealing with clubs like Real Madrid. Some players are simply untouchable, no matter how big the offer. One thing is certain. This story underlines just how competitive the transfer market has become and how highly elite young talents are valued. Liverpool tried, Real Madrid stood their ground, and Camavinga remains exactly where Madrid want him to be, at the heart of their future. As the transfer window continues, don't be surprised if more big names are linked with Liverpool. The club is clearly aiming high. Even if not, every door will open. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you won't miss anything.